Welcome to PIL, the Planetside Infantry League. This is 6v6. Two teams containing 6 players face off each other on a pre-selected base for 2 rounds of 15 minutes. The goal is simple: try to outscore your opponent. There are many ways to score points. Each kill of your opponent grants 1 point, with a few exceptions. A kill with a rocket launcher is worth 0 points. A kill as a max unit is also worth 0 points. But killing an enemy max unit will grant you 6 points no matter the weapon. The first capture or defense grants your team a total of 9 points. After this, a capture in the same round will grant your team a total of 18 points. As you gain points, there are some actions of which you will lose points. A team kill or a suicide makes you lose 2 points. A team kill on a max or suicide as 1 makes you lose 8 points. Each team starts from a designated spawn position from a vehicle called the Sunder. When the first round ends, both teams will switch sides. The team with the highest score at the end of 2 rounds wins the match. May the best team win.
Rules: you can fighting over base race 15 minutes. Timer will be at half speed. Only 1 LA and 1 bolt is allowed per team. You may not have SMGs and heavy assaults. No shotguns, maxes, power knives, stalker infills, grenade launchers, close crossbows, prox mines, rocket launchers, grenade bandoliers, amaretsus, Raijin, smoke nades, or decoy nades. No motion spawn or any sort, including recon darts, crossbow recon, implants, band, or cat-like minor cloak assassins, fly carry, experimental stem, and counter intel.
Hello everybody, welcome back to PIL. This stream going to be casted by myself, MonkeyDG, and I'm joined by my co-caster, Begon.
Yeah, what's up, guys? Get some ayayas in chat.
Ayayas again. Today we've got an interesting matchup. We've got ZYZZ, the favored to win this match probably, playing off against Bling. So an interesting match to see. I'm excited to see if Bling pulls out any unique strats to counter ZYZZ's just dominance as heavy assaults and just in general their strong lineup. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So flipping through the slides, we're going to start off with the PIL versus. So right now, as I mentioned, we do have ZYZZ playing VS versus Bling playing TR. I believe that's their first choice factions for both sides there. Rosters, starting 6, both I think probably some of their strongest. A few on the ZYZZ side. I know they have a lot of strong players, so they can interchange them. And I think Bling has a few subs as well that they're not playing right now. Baddie Zyros playing Heavy Assault for ZYZZ, Crook or Frost as LA, and then Perp Orion as Bolts. Both of those very strong bolters, really a menace to play against, especially on this map, which I'll introduce later. On the Bling side, we've got Frank Might, Crowley, Royal, Z-Smiles, or Smiles, Frog, and Overkill. Again, pretty strong lineup. I know Bling has been practicing a few weeks before this tournament, and they've played together in the past. I know Bling's been in a lot of Jaeger events. They've done lane smashes here and there. I believe they won in 2017. So yeah, they're definitely not new to Jaeger. Neither team is. So I'm interested to see if we see any new strats coming out, or if this is just going to be a very, cut and dry, typical play for the map. In terms of the map, we have Track Fusion. Got any thoughts on Track Fusion, Bagong?
It's a great map. It's probably one of the more unique bases on the map pool that we have. It's just so many different, the playstyle of where how LAs are the only people allowed on the roof, even though there's plenty of spots for heavies to get on the roof. Limiting it to just LAs just makes that play a lot more interesting. Just the amount of different areas that you can go to get into the building from each spawn really, just makes the map more interesting to watch, because you could have a push come in from one side of the main building and have 2 or 3 other people coming in from the other side and get a good sandwich.
Yep, yeah, definitely a flank-heavy base, but also, as you mentioned, not very linear. There's a lot of opportunities for LAs, for heavies to go on flanks. Yeah, so we'll take a look at that map right now. Pull up my in-match cam and give you guys a bit of a show here. So, ZYZZ looks like they're starting on the east side here, so that's the side below on the tree. They've got a good start here, coming in through the powerhouse and then pushing into door 1. Which is this door right here, or alternatively going, camera's a bit fast here, alternatively going up the powerhouse stairs and emerging on the outside of Catwalk, in which case they're able to either go down the stairs and flank door 3, which is this door down here, or just try to gain control of Catwalk and kind of suppress some fire for the other team. The other team is going to be starting at the top of the hill here. This is BLNG, and they've got, again, a couple options as well. That's what makes this base fantastic. The traditional, I think, approach would be pushing in through the dubs doors here. But they're also got easy access to Skinny Door, which allows you to get quickly onto the point. They do have the faster time to point, which allows them to potentially get capped sooner than ZYZZ, but we'll see how that plays out. And then, of course, they also have access to Catwalk, which means we can expect some pushes down towards door 3. Playing this little spot here allows you to get good spots down the door 2 area, which is this door right here, even though it's closed. And then, of course, they only have to worry about getting flanked from their side. But again, a really good place to hold, especially when they have building control. The last one I want to mention is outside dubs here. So for ZYZZ in this case, they can do a run that goes over the side here and allows them to get a good bolt spot against this railing. I know that some teams really like to put their bolts here for pretty much the entire game because it effectively locks down this kind of flanking opportunity for I guess in this case it'll be BLNG, unless they get an LA on the roof to deal with that bolt. So that's kind of where you were talking about Bagong, the LA being important, because it really does come down to LAs and bolts having a lot of presence on this map, and they kind of are the counters, right? So LAs counter bolts outside. Bolts are, of course, hard counters to heavy, pushing them from different angles. So it's all about team dynamic, making sure that everybody's pushing together is so important on this map, especially with these different drops, different flanks you can have. It's really that coordination and the ability to deal with flanks quickly or get flanks yourself. Then, yeah, that makes it strong. Ref is asking if the stream is ready, so I'm going to say and we should be good to go any moment now, just waiting on the ref's call out. I'm going to follow ZYZZ in here. I think ZYZZ is going to win this by a pretty dominant amount, but what are your thoughts on it?
I don't know much about BLNG. I know they've been in Jaeger for a while, but I haven't seen them too much recently, so I don't know much about the players that play in it. I do know a lot of people in ZYZZ though, and I do think that they're going to take this match.
Yeah, BLNG has a lot of.
I'm not entirely sure.
A lot of. I mean, a lot of them fly. I see them on live a lot. A lot of them like Banshee Mashis and stuff. I know that they were really good with that.
3.
Looks like they're about to start. But I want to see their infantry games, see if they've stepped it up. I know they've practiced a lot, and that's not to say they're bad players on live. These are consistent 2-leader heavies, but I think ZYZZ definitely has stronger infantry players. Following BLNG in right now, looks like they're going for a split approach. A lot of flanks on door 3, which is pretty interesting because it does take a bit longer to get there. But if they time it right, this could be a good push.
Oh, wow.
Ryan already on the bolt spot.
Already on the bolt
yeah, this is what I was
spot.
talking about. Picks 1. Viper playing... Oh, nice pick.
Second.
Yeah, Ryan just destroyed the dubs flank, leading door 3. I think they're already down. There's 1 left, and I think he's making a mistake. Crowley trying to push in right now when he has no support. It's 5... Yeah, I was going to say 5 VS and no TR, and he gets picked by the bolt.
What was that? What was that?
The bolt?
Someone's using the underbarrel for the Punisher right now?
Ooh, big band. They're going to get a big penalty if they do that.
That's interesting.
Yep, we got Frank on the catwalk here. He's trying to get spots out door 3, but looks like ZYZZ is holding inside pretty well. And that's something that Shaq kind of... Oh, good door 1 flank. I'm going to follow this in before I start talking. Pick on perp. And goes down to Ryan, I believe. No, Batty. Ryan bolts another, though, at the pillar. Ryan really popping off already at +4. Bolt v Bolt here. Bolt's making the smart move and running away. Frog, don't peek that again. No. Did that hit? Yeah, mistake. You shouldn't have re-peeked, especially with 3 people pushing. Anyways, as I was saying, so this is a map that really showcases how teams like to play, because it's such a map that if you're an aggressive team, you can really push outside and not even hold inside the building at all. And if you're a passive team, then some teams prefer just holding, top of fat, where we see ZYZZ right now, and waiting for TR to push in. And it looks like that's the
Also,
strat that ZYZZ is starting with.
Yeah, and Crooked on ZYZZ's side right now has a really good position. I mean, that playing on that point pillar inside, right at the bottom of Skinny.
Oh yeah, it
really
really
locks down
good.
that Skinny door.
It
It's
adds a crossfire
really
too, because you
difficult to push into
you
it.
put one ZYZZ heavy on top of Skinny like ZYZZ is right now. You get Crook down there in the pillar. It's really impossible for TR to push in through that door.
Yeah,
And with
it's
Bolt watching the
a good
railing
spot
here
to play.
sometimes, it looks like Bling is already well pushed out. 30 seconds on the cap. ZYZZ 16, Bling 4. Already seeing that huge gap here. This is an interesting flank. It's risky because Osiris, you can get spotted pretty quickly. What is he doing? Viper's not trying to refrag Zyros. Doesn't have spots on. Frog doesn't know that he's there. Oh, big mistake by TR. Big mistake. Zyros should not have been able to run that far around. He wrapped around from dubs to door 3.
Stay alert. Enemy heavy nearby.
He went on a flank again, I think.
The Bonu sovereignty is taken.
Look at him go. He just doesn't even care that he's at the enemy spawn.
Yeah,
You get
Zyros
bodied by Frog.
there.
Not killed
He's
though.
bodied
Really got to line those
twice.
headshots.
Eventually gets taken out by body shots.
Ryan's still in the rock. I'm
Ryan.
interested to see how he plays this because the LA's above him. I don't know if he knows that. He does know that. It doesn't matter. He headshots the LA.
That's
I really want to see his
actually
HSR
up
after
for
this
Bling
game
right
because
now.
I have seen only one body shot.
I see 2 Bling LAs right now, actually.
I wonder if Frost is just really being good on the roof. I'm not sure. I haven't seen him take that much like roof control. So that being said, overkill is negative right now. I only see one LA. I think he swapped back to heavy.
No.
Oh no, there you are.
both
Yeah, it's
LAs
Crowley as
still
well.
alive.
Crowley -5. Yeah, he's not doing too hot right now. Let's see how Frost plays this. Bling on a really long flank. I'm not sure that's the right thing to do right now when you don't have anyone stacked up the other doors. And no callouts, it looks like, either. Deathcam should have definitely shown that Frost was going towards door 3, so TR either didn't wait long enough for the deathcam or didn't call it out.
And Bling kind of just running in one by one right now. It's
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot. Oh, double teamed. Frost still gets to manage to trade off overkill. Excellent work from him. One thing that and as an LA main, at least for PIL, I can tell you, playing skirmisher jets on Chak is not usually the meta choice because especially when you drop behind the enemy team, you want to get back to roof as quickly as you can when you get a pick. So usually we see Icarus jets. But interesting note that I'm pretty sure all the LAs here chose to use skirmisher jets, which are a lot slower to get to roof, but they are much, much quieter, which means that you can sometimes get some sneaky flanks around, especially on the enemy LA. Disgusting spot from Crowd.
Bling getting wiped outside of door 3. And Zyros up on catwalk now, taking out one of the LAs.
He's in a good spot. Yeah, definitely a place for... Usually we see the LAs shooting at the heavies there, but when the heavy's uncontested from another heavy, he's able to control the roof because, I mean, a heavy with an LMG, no matter how good your aim is as an LA, against Zyros, with a better weapon, arguably, than... I'm not sure what the TR using, probably the Lynx or the Jaguar. You're going to win. You're going to lose those fights as the TRLA. Zyros he's checking. He's playing the smart. I mean, we've seen him. He's arguably, I think, the best heavy on ZYZZ, or one of the best heavies. And he's really smart about how he plays. He's not just like an over-aggressive Mong that W keys, like we see a lot of B-Hot heavies, for example.
ZYZZ switched off to 2 LAs as well, and they're dropping the Bling push going into dubs right now.
Good
They
flank.
get 3 picks for 2.
Yeah.
Zyros is going to come in and probably clean all this up now.
No calls from TR again. Zyros is free to flank there. I don't
He's
know.
been just
I think there's
running through their
communication mistakes
spawn.
here on TR.
I mean, he's been constantly running through their spawn and just
Yeah.
getting flanks
Crooked
on
nearly killed by the pilot. Interesting weapon of choice for an LA to use because it's usually only a very good short-range gun. Blackhand is usually the meta. And also, I think he's using the VX67 instead of the Serpent. Maybe there's a Pulsar C, actually. It might have been a Pulsar. Oh, Overkill gets a pick on Crooked. Getting shot by Frost, though. Sir Crowley in position to refrag. Goes down to Frost, unfortunately. Point gap pretty wide now. We're at 30-point gap with still 8.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah,
Ryan on the
ZYZZ
rocks
on
again.
double LA.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just...
That's what I mean. Oh, misses the shot. Misses again. Come on, Ryan.
ZYZZ can afford
That's right, you
to
better
go to
keep
2
there.
LAs as well, just because the heavies are much stronger on the ZYZZ side, so they can afford going to 2 LAs to counter
Yep.
Bling's 2 LAs.
Yeah, and I mean, if they're winning the roof fight every time, then that means that they're free to drop behind the TR. And when TR can't even get into the building, just like that, Frost and the other LA kills Crowley and Overkill. When they're free like this, honestly, TR doesn't stand a chance of getting inside because they're always going to be spotted. They're always going to get dropped on from behind, and especially with the, I think, like I'm going to go out on a lim and say poor communication here. It's just not going to go well for them if they can't even get into the base. They have 3 LAs.
Yeah, you can see it. They went
And
3
for every
LAs
LA that
all
Ziz
early.
adds, TR's adding another, and it doesn't really matter. Frosty got 2 already. Frost goes into Overkill, last LA. 1 HP, and
2
Crooked kills him.
LAs win.
Yeah,
2 LAs win
that's
against 3 LAs.
at that point, just kind of give up on the LA game, I think. There's not much you can do. Maybe put a bolt or a heavy on this hill here so you can at least get some spots off or some shots, but that's rough. Frost playing the chimney as well. I think that should be banned, personally. It's just such a strong spot, especially when you have one team dominating the other. You get spots off the entire map and really sneaky. Like, look at this. Crowley caught out of position, had no idea Frost was there. Frost can easily duck behind cover. He didn't get the kill, which I think might be due to just the range. He's trying to use a Serpentat, not the best gun for range. But if he was choosing to use his black hand like he is now or another gun, like, it's just really strong to be on here. Oh, he dies. The Australian ping didn't help him out there. Let's take a look at Frank over on Catwalk. So what do you see ZYZZ doing that's just making them win so much? Is it the 1v1 skill? Because I definitely see that, but I'm not sure if you see any other kind of key traits that's putting ZYZZ above Bling here.
I don't know, it's just ZYZZ is just kind of being free to roam. Gets 2 picks,
Yeah.
flanking from dubs into skinny.
This whole game I've seen that. He's at 15 points right now, 15 net, which well surpassed Ryan's lead of 10 points, which is still very formidable for 6 minutes into the game. Zars finally goes down 2 in LA, but I think he actually traded that off. Got the jump and still got the kill. Fantastic. Yeah. Between Ryan and ZYZZ, both not Australian players, and I'm actually curious why they chose to play with ZYZZ. Not that it's a bad choice, it's just not what I would have expected. ZYZZ traditionally has played with the same kind of lineup for the last many years on Jaeger. Oh, good drop from the LA. Gets 3, was that 2 or 3 picks? Fantastic work, and free. Anyways, as I was saying, so ZYZZ has been on Jaeger for many, many years. They played, I believe, in Farmers League, and maybe even before that. Like, they've been on Jaeger since the last 3-4 years plus. I know their lineup has changed a little bit over time, but they still have the same kind of core players. It's an Australian outfit after all, so it's not like they get that much turnover, all being from the same server. So surprising to see them kind of flex, put a couple of NA and not NA players on here. I don't know if ZYZZ is, I think he's actually, they're both European, but yeah, just curious. I know time zones don't always match up, but it's a strong lineup, and I guess it's paying off. Frost wins 1v1. Even though he didn't have
runs out of skinny, goes around to dubs, and takes out 2, 3,
It's crazy
or
that TR is letting him do that.
just
Honestly,
wipes the entire
at this
team,
point, you put a
actually.
bolt here, you don't move him, and you just watch the peeks out dub. You watch the ZYZZ flanks from skinny. Probably more effective than where Frog is right now at -6. Yeah.
I mean, ZYZZ just walked in dubs and killed 4 people, and still got away.
ZYZZ again, goes down to Overkill, but got already Frank and just played too aggressively there. Overkill goes down. Looks like ZYZZ had his shield cracked. Frog trying to play. This is an odd angle to play. I guess he's trying to kill Ryan. Waiting for a repick from Ryan. Oof, body. Name of the game here for the TR bolt, I think, is body shot.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that's kind of different between it. Is
Look at
I
this
haven't
wiggle.
Really seen
He's
Frog
trying to wiggle around the bolt, but there's no bolt shooting him. The bolt was around the corner, and he got picked by the LA because he was wibble wobbling and not paying attention to the minimap. Yeah, I think that was lack of individual skill there.
ZYZZ, once again, coming up from skinny, flanking people on dubs, kills 2, and goes right back into skinny.
Frost goes
gets
down
away.
to Crowley. He's been doing this flank the entire game, like the dubs to
Finally
skinny door
goes
flank
down.
and back and forth and back and forth.
Back and forth, yeah.
And it's such a flank that should be it's of all the flanks in the game, this one should be shut down the most. It's so, I guess, close to the TR spawn that they should just, if they know ZYZZ is gonna keep doing it, you can catch my position. Good pick from the from Perp there. Goes down, unfortunately. Ah, that ping difference again, all the way around the corner, gets still killed from the stairs. It's blind side for you. We're finally seeing a bit of a push from TR in. They've got 2 on skinny. Zyros down to Viper. That's a really good pick. They got to push on this. Conk's down on server, I think. Yeah, server.
I think
Nobody in
Ryan
here, though.
picked as well. No,
Really, really good push from
Frog
TR.
actually getting really good bolts in now.
I think when they pick those two powerhouses, when you get Ryan and Zyrus down, like, you got a good chance. Oh, Zyrus back up on Fat, just walks right in, still gets the pick on Viper, and re-peeks with no HP.
What? Frank is just sitting there waiting for Maple to peek. Doesn't get a kill out of
Perp.
it, actually.
Oh, Bolt. Just Ryan destroying the heavies on Skinny there. Disgusting. I think TR is pretty much all on respawn now. They got. Hey, I'm gonna give them that. They got 20 seconds on the timer.
They did good, but
It's the only time I've seen them in the building. This side. We're already at a 60-point gap. I don't think there's any comeback this half, anyways, from BLNG. We'll see second half. Depending on who you ask, there is a stronger side to this map. I personally feel it's actually the one that BLNG has right now. But you know, some teams prefer different things. You get a good flank on Dubs as the LA, starting from the other side. A bit harder for the Bolt to hold that angle outside the railing over there, but Crooked just crouch meta wins every time.
yeah, but Zyros doing
Ooh,
really good this half already.
good headshot there. For people who don't know how strong the black end is that 3 LAs? 3 LAs? No, 2 LAs. My mistake. The minimap was
I think
scuffed
they
a
went
bit.
back to LAs.
Yeah, the for people who don't know how the black hand plays, it's basically the commissioner, but you'll trade off the commissioner's crazy tight hipfire aim and crouched aim in exchange for and actually 6 bullets for 4 in exchange for just really good ranged accuracy and a 4x scope. But what it means is that if an LA headshots any class in the game, they'll be brought down to almost just I think 20 HP and can be finished off with either a body shot if it's an LA or another headshot if it's a heavy with their shield up. But we're really seeing that kind of stronghold by Frost with his black hand. No Horizons though, which I'm interested to see because Horizon is a really strong carbine, and I would have expected to see more VS LAs using it. Frog on the flank. Now, I don't know how you feel about Bolt's leading flanks, but to my mind, they should be kind of a bit behind, especially with a team like ZYZZ waiting for the heavies to kind of bait the kills and then letting the Bolt clean up.
Yeah, it's been a problem. Frog has just kind of been off by his own.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, that being said, 2 picks, 1 on Zyrus, 1 on Batty, 2 good picks. Gets killed by Ryan, but that's 2 frags that TR needs to use. Ooh, big Desi. That's the worst because the Desis don't count for points if they kill you. If they just do a lot of damage to you and then you get killed by a pistol, that's still a point for VS here. See the flanks, nothing. We got TR consistently on respawn. I don't think I've ever seen them actually be able to stack up outside the doors and push in all at once. Frost killing overkill on Skinny Stairs. Crowley not refragging that.
Oh
Ryan.
my gosh.
Oh my god. I think that might have been a. Yeah. So that was for people who don't know.
Knife.
Yeah, exactly. That was a body shot knife with the Bolt. So
And that's done.
okay, Bolt will do 500 damage or just over, and then the knife does I think exactly 500, which is enough to kill an unshielded player in kind of 1 frame basically if you time it right. Oof, that was, yeah, that was something else.
And I think with that first half being like that, and how Zyros was kind of free to go where he was, the second half's going to be rough just because they're going to have that, you know, it's the balcony or the catwalk presence is going to be a lot more effective on this side that ZYZZ is going to than it was last round.
Yeah. So score-wise, I'll go over ZYZZ if you want to go over BLNG. We've got Perp at +2 and Crooked at +1. So they're both not doing super hot for their team. I would have expected actually more points given how strong the rest of their team is playing. But, you know, sometimes there's just skill imbalances in the game. I don't know if either of them are starting 6 heavies or LA in Crooked's case. But also not bad. I'm not going to say it's bad by any means. 13 frags from Perp, a bit low. But maybe he'll pop off in the second half. 14 damage assists, though. That would explain... and Crooked as well with 10. That would explain that the lower numbers there. If you're getting a damage assist, it means that you do damage to an enemy player and then someone else on your team gets the kill. So it's quite possible that we're seeing some of the higher kill players rather, like Zyrus or Ryan, just, you know, taking the kills from Perp and Crooked. Zyrus +22, fantastic. 36 kills, top frag of the game by a long stretch. Those flanks are just really effective there, and he's doing good work against the TR heavies. I really think that this is punishable. Like, he's in positions where if TR just communicates or literally stands on the hill outside spawn, they could have killed him much more often. So the fact that he was able to run around so much, I think, was a slip up on TR's fault, or TR's side. Batty +8, 15 kills, not bad. Ryan is a bolt +15. This is a bolt heavy map, not quite as bad as Ganon, but still I think really, really strong for a good bolter. And Ryan is a very good bolter, arguably one of the best. And just the positions that he's playing, the fact that he's able to get those kills either at point blank range or at, you know, across the map really stands to give his team a lot of points, and +15 net. What can you say about that? And then Frost +11, really good work as an LA, 24 kills. He's clearly winning the LA 1v1s much more than the TR side, and it's really showing. And then last is a +9 for the cap this half, so we're leading at 131.
And then on the Bling side, we have Overkill with -12, Circarali at -9, Frog at -5, Viper at -15, Royal at -12, and Frank at -8, all having a really tough time.
Yeah,
Just
Viper
trying to get
especially at
something
-15.
going.
4 kills in that entire half.
And 2 of them actually counted as points.
Yeah,
don't know.
so probably 2
think he
Desi
got-
kills.
I think he got a kill with the Punisher under barrel in the beginning
Yeah.
of the game when I was
So-
watching that.
If that was a Punisher under barrel, then that is against the rules. It's up to the refs to dish out warnings or punishments, so it's possible that they just got a warning. And given the gap, I'm going to say that if I was a ref, I'd probably just warn him. But yeah, definitely not allowed to use under barrel for Punisher. Some of them can be really obnoxious, so I think he got his message, though I didn't see any Punisher play for the rest of the game there. Yeah, I want to see the Bolt do better, too. -5, I mean, he's the top frag, if you will, in terms of net score for his team, but even a Bolt should be getting at least into the positive when the rest of your team is negative, because you can play it much safer than the other players are, but we'll see. I'm going to flip back to the in-game
I
cam.
also didn't see a lot of headshots coming out from Frog either. It was a lot.
Oh,
of
actually, yeah,
body
I don't have
shotting.
HSR on that, but I might put it on just to kind of see what the HSR is for the different bolts there. I know it's not, so the reason it's not on the script normally is because it's not really an accurate indication of skill or anything like that. You can have LAs go like 2% HSR, you can have heavies with 2% HSR and still hard carry. And likewise, you can have like super laser focused aim and still be like -25. But it is useful for the bolts to see how much headshots they're hitting. Ryan with his 21 kills, all of them counted for points, and an HSR of 71. That does include knives, so if you take out the knife kill or 2 in there, he's probably landing almost all his kills as headshots. Frog, on the other hand, 79%. So it looks like Frog's not missing his shots either. The 14 kills that he's landed have all been, or almost all been, headshots. So both doing just fine there, I think.
Yeah, that's surprising. Most of the time when I followed Frog, I was seeing body shots, so I was glad that I see he's hitting headshots further into the game, because I think in the beginning he was hitting body shots more often than not. But I think we're ready.
Yep, Croc was just asking if stream is ready. I'm going to flip the cam back over. We're going to start in a moment.
We'll get started at 30 seconds on this tick.
We got 20 seconds left to go.
On this tick, 20 seconds, yep.
This is really Bling's chance to come back. I think if they kind of learn what the mistakes they're making, kind of recognize that especially Zyrus are just running around them. Like if you take out Zyrus's +22, this would have been way closer. That half could have been
4, 3,
that half could have been like a 40-point
2,
gap instead of
1,
what
go.
it is now. Looking at ZYZZ again here. Ryan playing an SMG infiltrator with, I believe, the NS7 PDW, or maybe the NS7 PDW. So probably the least meta SMG besides the MKV. Very, very awful TTK. Weird spot. Let's look inside. Big push on the fat stairs. Crooked getting a pick from behind on Frost. Viper left alone inside server, but he did get a pick before. Punisher kill. Yeah, Punisher kill from Perp. Looks like, I don't know if they're all using SM. No, they're not. Just a handful. Do they not have a bolt? It's possible they just don't have a bolt. Overkill, cracked shields. Anyways, I was saying, yeah, so NS7 PDW. I mean, I'm sure you've played with the Tubagong. Not a real, like, okay on live,
Actually,
maybe.
never have.
Really? Okay. It's like one of the,
Nope.
it's one of PlanetSide's kind of like starter guns in the sense that all the starter bundles when you start, like, when you like want to buy a DLC or something, they come with the NS7. Like I remember back in like 2013, 14, 15 when the game first launched, like pretty much every time you wanted to buy something in the depot, it was one of the bundled weapons. So I don't feel like a lot of players haven't had the chance to use it, but there's a reason why you don't see it in scrims almost ever. It's because even if you land like all headshots, you can get out damaged by like a GD7F with body shots or something. It's really, really bad at that close range. That being said, it does have a longer range than most SMGs. Good flank here. I want to take away from this. Frank really got to back out there. He's got pushed by 3. What is he doing? Yeah, mistake. He either had to get that pick and run or don't get the pick and also run. But yeah, NS7, better range than the other SMGs, but damage potential just not there. And if he's trying to go for range, honestly, just play heavy with an Orion. You get much better chance there. Or even a Punisher. 0.75. Ryan gets away with 1 HP. LA here in a good position.
Yeah, ZYZZ is pushed super far up. I mean, they're playing out, like pushing out of door 1 and playing outside door 1 a little bit.
Yeah. Ryan is actually
Zyro's
plus 18 right now.
Catwalk. So
See this door 1 push? No push. This is one of the things that new teams especially can struggle with, is learning that there's more than just the door 1 push. So if we see, ZYZZ here, overkill on a flank. He's really good at those shots. Gets the kill. Thank goodness for that. But if we see heavies for ZYZZ pushed out all the way outside door 1, that's TR's call to really like use the flank opportunities, go up around the stairs, up through there, and not get stuck here. My cam's being pushed aside by heavy.
Really lost on that. Perp jumped out of door 3 with the Desi on Bling Heavy that had about 1 HP and Desi'd him instead of just shooting him once. It was highly entertaining to watch.
Gets a bolt off. No headshot, but 2 body shots will kill in LA because they don't have access to overshields. And honestly, I don't think that was a good LA push. They had no one else on the team pushing in. Door 3 was like way behind in terms of timing. So the LA dropped with pretty much no one to kind of push behind them. LA versus Heavy, always going to lose the 1v1 unless they get a flank going on, and there was no flank. Frost on the roof, though. That gives Frost a bit of time. What? Ooh, I wouldn't have dropped that. He was spotted for sure, yeah. Goes down to ZYZZ. Should have waited for his buddy Frog. Good comms from VS here. ZYZZ knew that he didn't need to worry about skinny because probably somebody called it out there and is instead focusing on the fat door 3 push. Gets killed though. Good kill. I think he might have traded that with overkill. Frog down as well. That looks like Ryan's bolt. Yeah, headshot from a commie. Good shots. I know we're seeing a lot of variety this game in secondary weapon choices, like pistols. Do you have a preference for...
I'm a commie guy personally.
Yeah, so am I.
Commissioner all the way. It's just I played with it ever since I started playing on Jaeger, so I'm just used to it. Even with the delayed timeout pull.
And yeah, so for people who don't play a lot of infantry play, you might not recognize, but I think, I want to say a year ago, maybe less, they nerfed the weapon switch time, so it takes a bit longer to get to your commie versus the underboss of the pilot. And pilot actually a very viable choice for 6v6 format, because if you land your headshots at point blank range, it's an instant kill. Three fire bursts to head will kill. That being said, less ammo. Even with extendo mags, you only really got like four bursts, and if you miss your shots, it's quite punishing. And the burst range kind of spreads out. Frost here, Horizon kill. Royal dropping into heavy, no communication. Oh, gets the kill on Frost. Thank goodness for that. Oh, that was a TK actually. Baddie getting crooked real. Yeah, you tell him. You tell him.
We see a lot of.
What is this push from Frank? Okay, hang on. I want to talk about this for a second because Frank here, no one else on his team pushes all the way up fat, knowing that probably there were heavies in server, or just maybe not recognizing it, and then thinking there was a heavy behind the box, peeks him with a decimator. And decimators are worth 0 points, so even if he had gotten that kill, which he didn't because there's no one there, he would have still been -1 because he would have gotten killed. So I think that was definitely a scuffed push. Definitely should have waited for his team, and even if he didn't want to wait for his team, should not have been peeking with a decimator.
Looking at this, Ryan's playing super aggressive.
I know, he's all the way up at door 1. LA's got to deal with that, but it looks like he's did. We're trying to do the, what is this, the help flank? We saw help try to do this big all team around to dubs. Overkill goes down to ZYZZ. Oh, Crooked goes down to Frog. Good pick. Oh, pick ZYZZ as well. Ryan, last one in. Oh, you got to push this, guys. Come on. You got 2 LAs there. Frost on respawn. Both could have dealt with that. Oh, and now everyone on respawn.
Ryan, Frog goes down.
Yeah, that was... I don't know. They had numbers. There was 1 Bolt in server. That was the only person. They had an LA on respawn, but Bolt was watching that from the railing. LA's really should have dropped on Ryan, gotten that kill. Waited too long. Bit of, I think, paralysis from... just anxiety paralysis there. Good drop from the LA. I think he's using a Pulse RC now. A lot of weapon swaps here from both sides. Playing on the ground like a heavy. Pick on Viper. Frog 1 HP goes down. LA's left on the roof. Look at this. They're all the way around door 1. Ryan and yeah, Ryan and LA. Ryan and Frost playing his head.
Like a madman. Getting away from that LA.
Carly, you can't lose those, buddy. You heard those. You heard those jump jets. Maybe we can chalk that up to just scuffed audio for Planet Side. You never know, but
just Ryan and Zyros just crouching in front of door 1.
it's so strange to see. Like we're seeing like everybody basically play like heavy assaults. LA also won those 2. That's a good kill from him. Perp now has spots on everyone. Is that it? Is that the negative?
Oh,
No, it's Punisher.
Batty just pushing out door 1
Look how far Ryan is up.
along with Ryan.
Overkill.
Spawn.
I don't know, man. You gotta. Yeah, that's rough, dude. See how this plays out.
And then he sits in door 1 and just waits. Not even close.
Look at this. Zyrus is all the way at door 1. Kills with the pilot. I know he really likes the pilot, especially for close range.
And it's a very good gun.
See, they're conking at door
Pilot
1,
is-
which I don't understand because they know there's no heavies here. They can look. And unless you're going to push those conks, then you've just wasted your conks. A smarter choice would have probably been to conk door 1 and then try to push around door 3 so they couldn't like come up behind you. Right now they're stuck at door 2 waiting for the rest of their team. At least that's smart. They're waiting. Bit of a door 1 push.
pushing
Up
actually
fat.
really
Yeah, we're
good
seeing a
push
push here. So it
from
looks like they
fat
got some
now.
picks. Yeah, they got some picks. And the VS here backed into server quite smartly because they didn't want to get fragged on fat.
And they're gonna hit a conk on all of them now.
Fatty gets 1. Oh, gets killed around the bottom. Look at this
Frustrated.
client side, dude. I don't know whether to feel bad for him or just... That's what it feels like when you're getting killed by an Australian, too. So I guess...
Oh wow, I think that was
Give what you
actually.
take.
Other than Zyros, I think most of ZYZZ got wiped on that.
That was actually a
And
good push from
Bling-
TR. I was
Bling's
curious
got
why they were
pushed
pushing
in.
up Fat. It looks like they had people on the flank picking the ZYZZ folks. And ZYZZ now making the mistake of they're not a perfect team, and that was a mistake push. That skinny push. They didn't push all 3 at once. They pushed like a half second behind each other. One of them got picked. They could have probably peeked 3 at once and gotten that just fine. But it doesn't matter because they're winning 1v1s and yeah.
Just with how
Yeah.
they're playing.
Crowley definitely spotted Zyrus here. Zyrus getting pushed from 2 sides. Killed Frank. Spotted by Royal. Gets a med off. Let's see if he wins this. Does not win to Royal, but okay, it doesn't matter because
Ryan
Ryan's there.
just runs out. Just-
Nasty, dude. That combo is like, look at their point gaps right now. Zyros and Ryan both at plus 30. Zyros with 51 kills and still 6 minutes left to go.
Oh my gosh, Ryan.
I know. This is man's popping off.
Just running out. Just I don't know if he's just hitting. No
They're
scope
pogging,
headshots
dude.
while
They're just
jumping.
pogging.
It's just
Wacky luck.
aggressive play from him. Running out of door 1 again.
Again. Okay, gets picked. I think he deserved that
Finally
pick
gets
because he
picked.
was way too far out. Bad place to take a med. Doesn't matter because Frank still went down.
This is when Bling needs to realize that they can go up those.
Oh my
fence
gosh,
and
yes.
just
I haven't
walk
seen a
out the
single
top
heavy
because
push from here.
they're
I haven't
just
seen a
fighting
single
at
one.
door
And they
one,
get
trying to push
right on the
out.
floor. And yeah, they really need to be using that flank more often because this door 1 push is just not working. Frog, I don't know what you were doing there. You know you had no one peeking with you. Definitely need to flank on door 3.
And Frog switching back to heavy now.
Yeah, I did see that. I think that that's a mistake because even as a bolt, you can counter another bolt. When you don't have a bolt to counter Ryan, he's going to get free reign on
Ryan
everybody.
finally goes down from an LA, dropping into door 1 and just peeking him.
I'm seeing so many Desis from Bling here too, and I don't think that's the right call. Desis are nice to be able to push into a building and get a pick, but realistically, they're still a +0. Frog goes down with a knife. Yeah, I'm going to call this. They're either having fun or giving up because running out with knives and Desis. Maybe just some of them. We'll see how they play this. It could be that Frog was trying to get a really close pick on door 1 and just knew the knife would get him that. Overkill goes down to a Decimator
Overkill
from
goes to
Zyros.
Dusty.
Zyros kills another. Look how far they're out. This is 4 heavies from VS, or 3 heavies in a bolt, all the way out door 1. I really, really want to see that flank over there.
Ryan's still sitting right outside, just waiting for people to come back.
Frostman's one
Gets
going
a
to Crowley,
pick
putting Crowley at
inside the
minus
spawn
14.
room.
Inside
think.
spawn room, yeah. The only rule for people who don't
Frog
know,
ran out.
yeah, the only rule for people who don't know is that you can't shoot at the bus. But if you stand here as a bolt, you're actually allowed to shoot anybody inside this building. You just can't go inside. Ryan kills. Oh, another
Ryan.
one.
And he gets
Dude.
away too. That's
That was a headshot too, and another one.
that gets
And
another
Zyros
one
kills
and a
Frog.
knife.
This is like, I don't even know. I feel like at this point, this is when Frey pulls the shotgun. Like, this is when they just give up and
This is
try,
just a
like,
pog match at this
they
point.
gotta try something else. Yeah, quite literally. Like, they gotta go on the flank because this door one push. Look, they got all of ZYZZ.
Frog is
Nobody on
asking for
ZYZZ.
a knife
There's no
fight.
one on ZYZZ around except here. All of them are here.
Frog is straight up asking for a knife fight inside. That's all gets desied. Oh no.
Frog, please. Crowley goes down to Frost.
Ryan
This is hard to
finally
watch.
goes
Still 3.5 minutes left to go. Point gap, 140 points nearly.
Ryan gets BM'd by his own teammate, knifing
Woo!
his dead body. Zyros
Frost
wins the
out of
knife
ammo
fight.
completely. Still trades off Royal, who, at least for his credit, gets kills hip firing the.
Cyrus trades with the knife on Viper up the
Oh my
server.
God.
But we do have a Blink Heavy inside the building right now with control.
Let's see
but,
this. Well, I'm with control. Ooh, I don't know. There's two on skinny for the VS.
control.
This is a 1v1. Oh, he wins. He wins.
Zyros is coming with the knife though.
And wins.
Gets killed with the
Ouch. Ouch, dude. I just hope TR don't take this too heavily and don't get too, like, depressed. Oh, no. Double tap with the underboss to the head. Beauty. Frog, 1v1ing Zyros with a knife.
Zyros.
Goes down.
running around with a knife.
Gonna call a bit of foul play from the other
Gets
VS Heavy with the
another one.
underboss. Zyros wiggling around door one.
Just knifing all
Yeah,
day.
this is...
Going insane.
I don't even know how to cast this, dude. There's no no
It's
strats.
hard
There's nothing for me to
cast.
call.
People just running with knives.
Literally.
Ryan
I don't think.
running
Okay,
around,
Zars finally goes down to
assaulting
Frank,
people
gets
in the
traded
head.
off. Batty also using the NS7 now. Point gap, 150 points almost.
People using the Punisher, NS7.
I mean, Punisher's meta. NS7 and knives and Desi is definitely not meta. Perp.
Oh no. Perp
You
missing all of his
loser.
underboss shots.
You loser! Serves you right. We're at least seeing some presence for TRP here. I know Zyrus has a knife out probably. Yep, didn't even need his name tag to know that was him.
Gets strapped on.
Goes down to Frost though, using the Horizon. Let's see how Viper plays this against the enemy Bolt. Ooh, he's got damage off on Ryan. Ryan here got the rest of his team with him though, all with knives. He's like the queen bee, and then the rest of the queens come with knives. Dude, the whole team has knives out here.
Oh, Burp gets what he deserves for missing his underboss shots again. Oh, Zyros
Wins
getting in the
again.
knife fight. Going in for another. Wins again. Oh my god.
Did he get another one? I wasn't even paying
Got a
attention.
second on the LA. That was like
Look at this dude
bad.
wiggle.
Oh
There's
my
no
gosh.
guns. Shh, it's so quiet.
Goes down.
Everybody whisper. It's so quiet. It's only knives.
Knives coming in. Full team of knives coming up. Perp missing all of his shots once
Perp?
again.
What? Perp is the guy when you
Yeah.
ask for a knife fight at construction and you all run out and then he comes out as Caveira with a shotgun. Oh my god.
That's exactly what happens.
I think that's a
Is that
bannable
Ryan?
offense. I'm pretty sure.
Ryan
Okay,
John.
yeah, there we go. This is what
Okay,
I like
let's
to see.
see.
The Batty versus Zyros. The match we came to watch.
Oh, the death ball of knives right now is just insane. Bling, Zyros going into a one.
Look at this. They're pushing. They're pushing so hard. TR here.
Blake
Oh,
pushing
big flag
through,
from
actually
Batty. Gets a
getting it.
pick. Oh, double
They get
team.
Blake
Double
is
peeked.
smushed. Oh, no,
At least there's no
well.
clients. I know. I
Oh, we
really
have a
not.
medic. We have a medic. Oh,
I want to see a strat
Ryan
here. I
has
want to see
multiple
all
medics.
5 medics. I want to see all with knives out. Zyros here.
I think
No,
it's
Ryan. Ryan,
that's
I'll
time
ban
right
you.
there.
I'll ban
That's
you.
time right there.
That is time. Yeah, that was as I expected it to go down, and I like to see the kind of the spirit of friendliness between both teams, even though Bling clearly
Zyros
was
still being chased down by 3 Bling players.
Zyra stuck in the wall. Oh my gosh, stuck in the ground. There we go. Even though we saw both teams play pretty like to the best of their ability in the first half, it definitely felt like ZYZZ was just dominating throughout the second half. Bling clearly gave up, but I wanted to have some fun with it. Proposed a knife fight. Nice to see ZYZZ actually kind of play with them for that. Now they're gonna knife the Sunday. That's definitely a good call here.
Ban.
Yeah. Anyways, let's bring up the match screen. I don't think there's anything left to watch here on the observer cam. Oh man, that was at least a fun match to watch at the end. You want to go over ZYZZ?
Yeah. Perp banned from the match, so we're not going to look at a score actually for shooting
What a
people
guy.
during that fight.
Deservedly,
Zyros said-
deservedly +2 and not +44.
Zyros going Megapog with 73 kills, net 44 score. It just increased.
I wonder how many of those were
even
knives,
in
to
the
be
knife
honest.
fight.
Yeah, I wonder how
quite a
many.
few.
Yeah.
It had to be a ton. Batty with a net 20. Ryan net 32. Being the medic at the end, also getting 1 revive that I counted on my own. So he's got 1 revive in there as well. Being a team player, like a really real man. Crooked actually being
That's what
the
I like
only
to see.
player to feed on the ZYZZ side. Disappointing, actually. Frost on positive 23.
I mean, the gap between the scores here, even between the players on the ZYZZ team, is pretty wide. And like, yeah, I can't even like cast and say like one team dominated the other because it's so obvious that it was. And I can't even say like, you know, one player popped off on the flanks in the second half. Like, they played that game like a game of pickups where every man was for himself. And when you play a game of PIL like you play pickups, the team with the stronger heavies wins 100% of the time. And ZYZZ heavies just wrecked in 1v1s compared to the TR heavies. LA's like there's no contest there. Knife fights were like I'm speechless. Like VS were so far out of door 1 the entire match. I'm pretty sure that ZYZZ spent more time outside the building on Bling's side of like door 1 than they had inside the building or on their own side. Like it was Bling's mistake for I think not using the catwalk flank ever. I don't think I ever saw anyone on there. And I'm not gonna pump up Bling and say, yeah, you could have had a chance to winning. I don't think that at the second half, like with a 100-point plus gap, they were actually going to come back from that. But I also don't think that, what is that, 150-ish, 140-some point gap? Yeah, I don't think that it needed to be this badly. But if they had fun with it, then I'm not going to complain. Bling's side, before the scores go down, we've got a total of 129 points. So at least they broke the 100 mark, which is actually not too bad. Overkill minus 24, Sir Crowley minus 18, Frog minus 24. Was a bolt swapped off to a heavy. Again, if you're losing that badly, I don't think it matters that much. It was a bit of a curious move because if they were actually trying to win this, they would have definitely wanted to keep the bolt. Viper minus 21.
Just wanted more health for the knife fights.
Yes, actually that would make sense. Viper minus 21, Royal minus 23, Frank minus 19. And what I will give the Bling side is at least they're consistent because they're all within 5 points of each other, right? We're not seeing this kind of what is that, a 46-point gap between Zyros and Crooked on the ZYZZ side. They're all really close. Yeah. So they all kind of, I'm not going to say they suck together because they didn't suck. They're playing a much better team than they were, and you're always going to get negative there, but at least they're playing at about the same level. Yeah, I mean, pretty impressive win for ZYZZ. I'm going to bring up the match screen, though, at match end, because I do have to prep for another stream right after this. Congratulations, ZYZZ, on your really dominant victory here. I expect personally to see ZYZZ in definitely the semifinals, probably the finals. We'll see what teams end up there. I'm expecting good things from ZYZZ in the playoffs here. Yeah, so keep an eye out. For people who aren't watching the next stream, I highly recommend you do, but if you're not, then keep an eye on PIL Twitter as well as the PSB Discord with the PIL channels. We are announcing the matches that are happening, when they're happening, and if you want to see results from past matches, that's also where you want to look. So go ahead and grab yourself a PIL roll in the PSB Discord, yeah, feel free to keep up with the matches. We've got another 2 weekends, I want to say, of the round robin before we move on to the playoffs the last weekend of September, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Go ahead and double check that schedule when you join the Discord or on Twitter. Thank you, folks, for tuning in. I will bring up the post-map or post-game splash screen, and I'll see you guys in a bit.